We're ready to go. Really good atmosphere now, brilliant. It's been great all week, but clearly getting towards the semi-finals and the finals this weekend. People not at work, people here, right here, enjoying world-class table tennis. Now, Dawn, both of these players were successful in the fifth and final deciding matches of their quarter-final matches. Kyung-Ah defeated Kazumi Ishikawa 3-2 to win the match for the Republic of Korea 3-2 in a thriller. And similarly, as I think you mentioned earlier on, it was Wang Yuegu, there she is, she defeated Irene Evanchan of Germany, also 3-2 to make the match 3-2. Guess what? Both players find themselves in exactly the same situation. They'll both know that there can only be one winner. Who will it be? Who will secure a 3-2 victory for their team? Who will then make their way through to the final?
I think an interesting fact is that when Wang Yuegu won 2-all against Germany, she beat the defensive player from Germany. I do think that Kyung-Ah is a stronger defensive player than the German defensive player, but that indicates that Wang has the ability to play against the backspin game. Whether she can get through the defense of Kyung-Ah remains to be seen. We're just about to find out. Number 16 in the world, Kyung-Ah, but she has been as high as number 4. Wang has been as high as number 5. So two of the great players in the world. I'm going to put my cup of coffee bet on Kyung-Ah, but I think it's going to be really close. The crowd are in for a bonus here. They've come in to watch a lot of them have come in to watch Germany play Japan men. About 4,000 people have walked in within the last half hour, and they now have an absolute thrill to watch this deciding match in the first women's semi-final.
Oh, takes the ball early there, Wang Yuegu. Smashes the ball. Secure that point.
I always think when a player is smashing all the time that life can get tough, because once the defensive player keeps the ball low over the net, you can't smash a low ball. You need the fast topspin. So I'm looking forward to seeing how fast Wang can topspin the low backspins from Kim. That could be a decisive factor. Could well be that Wang will have to work and work and work with the spins, try and force Kim to put one high and then come in with a smash.
And my opening observations here, Dawn, would be that whilst we had a discussion, I think, very early on in this match around the tape that we're seeing on a lot of the players, and whilst I'm not convinced it's particularly around injuries, more so for support, I just wonder whether Wang Yuegu's arm is a little bit under power, or perhaps a little bit strained. Just in a couple of these opening points and exchanges, I just see her flexing her elbow, flexing her arm, trying to loosen up. And there she goes again, just bending the fingers back. I wonder if she got a little bit of strain perhaps underneath. Maybe a little bit of tennis elbow, something. And while she's playing Kim, defender, could be tough for Wang.
But it's interesting to note that all three Singapore players had the tape on, varying degrees of tape. Feng Tianwei had it wrapped round her wrist. You can see here, Wang has it all the way down her arm, and indeed Li Jiawei also had a fair bit of tape down her arm. So the Singapore physio working overtime, but he's doing a good job. Here they are, the defending champions. 2-all. They were 2-1 down. Fung Tianwei wins 3-1 against Seok to make it 2-all, and it's Wang Yuegu who's started very strong in the first game. She leads 7-3.
She looks comfortable.
She's just rolling nice and steady on the forehand. When the ball comes up, she's in with the forehand smash. Very difficult for Kim to get into a rhythm. She likes the ball to be top spun at her, a little bit like Fung Tianwei did.
And I just wonder, the fact that Kyung-Ah, she was first on against Fung Tianwei at 10 o'clock this morning when this match kicked off. It's now 1:20, and the first game here, she looks, a little bit lethargic. She'll be well warmed up. She'll have been maybe in the practice hall. She'll have done her stretches. But it's really interesting, the gap that she's had between first game and her second game is quite big. And when you're a defender and she's needing a lot of energy and a lot of rhythm, that's an interesting dynamic. And let's see if she can find it, because at the moment, it's all Wang Yuegu.
Perfect tactics from Wang. Very difficult for Kim to get into a rhythm. Push, 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 smash. And we haven't really had a long rally as yet. When you think of the length of some of the rallies between Fung Tianwei and that first match that you're talking about, Johnny, we had 30, 40 shots in the rally. A little bit of good fortune for Kim.
Agonizing sometimes. The ball can hit the net and you can see it, and you know what you want to do, but because your body momentum's going a different way, it's very difficult.
Smash catching the top of the net. 5 game points, 1 saved by Kim Kyung-Ah. 4 remain. So it looks as though Kim is destined to win the first game. Sorry, Wang is destined to win the first game. But a good topspin down the line from the Korean player.
Just coming into this a little bit now. Possibly, or probably, too late for the first game, but good indications for the remainder of the match. Good to see Kim coming into it, flowing a little bit more than in the early stages of this game.
A soft forehand topspin. No pace from Wang Yuegu. The variation won the point. And Wang takes the first game, 11-7. The players go back to their respective corners. And I'm sure the coach from Singapore, and indeed Fung Tianwei, who steps in to give some advice, will be congratulating Wang Yuegu. Her tactics were excellent. Didn't want the long rallies, never allowed Kim Kyung-Ah to settle down. Used the smash whenever it was appropriate to smash. Varied the pace, as we saw there, the slower forehand topspin into the forehand of Kim Kyung-Ah. So all in all, an excellent performance by the Singaporean. She won the first game 11-7, but as you said, Johnny, Kim Kyung-Ah finishing the game quite strong. It's whether now she can keep that momentum and take it into the second game. The players back out at the table. And it's Wang to serve at the start of the second game.
There's the little jelly roll.
The little kicker, just using her wrist. The ball hits the table, kicks. Excellent play. So that's exactly what Kim has done. She's taken the good form she displayed at the end of the first game into the second game, and that's a good smash into the backhand of Wang. It's a good start by Kim, taking all 3 points so far.
And I'm interested just to watch Wang Yuegu's body language here. Again, we were saying before, she's quite an emotional person. Saw her earlier in the week having a bit of a dispute, and she was refusing to carry on because the umpire had pulled her up on service. So she does tend to show her emotion on court, and if Kim starts to win a few points and Wang starts to make a few mistakes, I just wonder how she'll react with that arm and what sort of body language she'll display.
The retrieving there by Kyung-Ah was quite remarkable. She almost got that one back and threw a pirouette into boot. There she goes, stretching.
Look at that for physicality.
And there's the pirouette.
Launching in, almost like what you would see in squash or badminton. Tremendous.
She threw that back with topspin. The variation won her the point. And certainly Wang Yuegu under the cosh now. 5-1 for Kim. Good topspin from Wang into the body of Kim. Wang's return trickles over the net. No chance for Kim, although she did make a valiant effort. There she appears. Not much you can do about that, I'm afraid.
No.
Grin and bear it and forget all about it. Heavy backspin on the Wang serve. And Wang's done well. She was 5-1 down. 3 consecutive points. 5-4. So Wang, 1 point behind. She's done well. She's closed the gap. 1 more point to level the scores. Wang will be disappointed there. That was a fairly straightforward topspin from Kim. Although in fairness, she comes up the back of the ball, a lot of topspin. You can see it bite into the bat of Kim's. Pings off the end of the table. 5-7.
Again, Wang moving Kim around the table.
That's a good smash.
Well done.
Into the body.
Yep.
Into the pocket. Whatever phrase you may use.
She's using the spin though to create the opportunity and waiting for the right ball is Wang. before then accelerating with the smash. So clever play, showing that she's quite comfortable against defence at the moment here.
Heavy backspin on the serve, long, fast serve, cutting underneath the ball, backspin, side spin. And Kim now with her second serve. Will she do the same again? That's a good block by Wang. Anticipated the direction well, angled the ball out wide. You see here, there's the top spin, there's the block, a little bit of side spin out wide to Kim's forehand. A desperate lunge across the table. 8 points each.
And is it an interesting thing there where in the first match, Feng Tianwei of Singapore had a bit of difficulty when Kyung-Ah played the top spin ball, but Wang Yuegu doesn't seem to have that problem. Very comfortable when the jelly roll or the top spin comes from Kim.
No spin, misread the backspin. There was none on the ball. She lifted the ball off the end of the table. Good deception, good variation from Kyung-Ah.
There we see again, Wang exceptional against the top spin, taking the ball early, really compact technique on the forehand. It's good effort by Kim. Here we see the footwork on her toes all the time. Just couldn't do anything with that one. Powerful smash from Wang Yuegu. And a fist there.
Kyung-Ah has the advantage of service at the business end of the second game. Top spin on the serve, or certainly not the amount of backspin that Wang Yuegu thought. She lifted, the ball flies off the end of the table. Kyung-Ah now with a game point. This would make the match very interesting if Kim takes this second game. And she top spins off the end of the table. Just held back a bit of thought on that top spin. Didn't quite commit herself to the shot. It caught the top of the net. Here we see it. It's only a millimetre away from clearing the net. Alternate serving. First player to win 2 clear points. It touched.
Yeah.
I heard it. Point for Kyung-Ah.
And the crowd applauding Wang Yuegu's sportswomanship by saying yes, it did indeed clip.
And she hesitates, but what a good length. That ball bounced on the baseline. Kyung-Ah takes the second game, 12 points to 10. And the stage is set. 1 game each. First player to win 3 games secures a place in the final for their team. And Feng Tianwei there passing on words of advice to her teammates. Just hesitated on that topspin there on the screen. And the Koreans are up on their feet. They are now level at 1 game each. It's 2 matches each. It's 1 game each. And Wang Yuegu is back at the table. She's ready to go. And she's now joined by Kyung-Ah. And it's Kim to serve at the start of the 3rd game. And the smash off the end of the table. Again, not quite reading the spin. may start to get a little frustrated here. She's not getting the ball past Kyung-Ah. Kim now keeping the ball very tight over the net, so it's very difficult to get in with a good smash when the ball's so low. Wang hasn't quite got enough pace on the topspin to penetrate the stonewall defence of Kim, and indeed she's misread the spin again, lifted too much, ball off the end of the table, and it's a super start by Kyung-Ah.
Really coming in to the match, having started slowly in the first game, but Kim now starting to get real rhythm and forcing the errors from Wang. And again, I'll be interested just to see how Wang reacts to missing balls with her arm, as it is taped up. Again, not sure it's an injury, but might have an element of tension or strain in it. But it's 4-0 in this third game. Kyung-Ah. Great camera angle just to see the footwork again. Very, very impressive. Footwork so important in most sports, and in table tennis it's no different. And the defender, Kyung-Ah, very, very good and nimble on her feet. This time with a topspin, 5-1 lead now. Just see her here, the counter topspin. Excellent variation. We've seen her do that all day here. Let's see how Wang Yuegu can react. Oh, a bit hesitant there. That landed on the table, looked as if it was going off. Oh, great angle by Wang Yuegu. Appreciated by the bench. Feng Tianwei on her feet. And there's an indication from that camera angle of the number of people now in this arena. Unbelievable retrieving from Kyung-Ah. Great play by Wang. There's the jelly roll. Oh! Superb effort there. There they are, the crowd. They're all set. They're in the zone. Enjoying world-class table tennis. Wang just overplaying the push. Oh, Wang did well there. The shot from Kim seemed to just clip the net. Wang Yuegu doing very well here. I think you just see it. That was the one before. Just did very well picking it up there. It's Kim though who has a slight upper hand. That's 6-3. Oh, it looked as if Wang was going to push that one, but she didn't. She accelerated on it, perhaps caught Kim out a little bit. There it is again. Whoop, just top edge.
It's only a fraction out in the timing, but the end result is the ball misses by a country mile. So Wang now with her two serves. Wonderful defending by Kyung-Ah. The ball comes through very flat off the short pimples, the short pimpled surface of the racket of Wang. There's not the topspin. Defenders like to use the topspin to their advantage to impart more backspin. Kim now right in the zone. Moving superbly, just lent a little bit to one side, allowed it to cut underneath the ball, with the reverse side of her racket. The red side is smooth, normal rubber, reverse rubber as they call it. On the red side, Kim has more flexibility to vary the spin. Great stuff. The crowd loving it. What a drop shot by Wang Yuegu. Fantastic retrieving. Look at that. There's a full lunge under the table by Kyung-Ah. 8-5. Kim with her second service in this sequence of 2. Super play, varying the spin. A couple of those with no spin, a couple with heavy backspin. Good smash out wide to the backhand of Kim. Wang now with her second service in this sequence. Interesting tactics from Kim, top spinning from the beginning of the rally.
When you think back, Dawn, to last night's match between Singapore and Germany, Wang Yuegu did indeed actually have to come back on a number of occasions. She lost the first game to Arena Ivanchan, the German defender. She was also 2-1 down in that match as well, came back to win 3-2. So she is reasonably competent against defence, but Kyung-Ah, she's really squeezing here. Fantastic display, focus, energy. Again, a mammoth game she had earlier on against Fiang Tianwei, but here she has 3 game points in this third game. Oh, and a cry of relief, a clenched fist. She secures it, 11 points to 7.
Kim Kyung-Ah looking in great shape, as you say. Wang came back from 2-1 down against Germany, but I do think that Kim Kyung-Ah is the best in the world at the defensive business, apart from perhaps 1 or 2 Chinese players. We're talking about a player who was, not that long ago, number 4 in the world. She's still ranked at 16 in the world. And indeed, she's an Olympic bronze medalist. So we are talking about a slightly different animal. Whether Wang can do it again, we'll find out. What's your thoughts, Johnny? Can she come back?
Well, or I was just about to say, could we possibly be seeing the Republic of Korea surprising perhaps a few people here in Dortmund and across the world in table tennis with a victory over the current world champions Singapore, who, of course, you've mentioned, Dawn, already, defeated a young, inexperienced Chinese team in Moscow 2 years ago. Only Wang Yuegu can stop that happening now. She serves at the beginning of the 4th game, trailing 2-1. Oh! Serious angles from Wang Yuegu. Tremendous retrieve by Kim on the right-hand side out to her forehand. But the angle that Wang Yuegu found there, too much on this occasion for Kim, who has been covering serious mileage in this court throughout this match against Singapore. And there we see how comfortable Wang Yuegu is taking on the jelly roll or the forehand topspin from Kyung-Ah, something that Wang's teammate Feng Tianwei wasn't so comfortable with, although obviously Feng Tianwei came back in the fourth match against Shuk Ha-jung, redeemed herself there. Oh, again the little roll, jelly roll with a bit of zip, zippity-doo-dah there. Just watch how the ball kicks. If we can see it again, we might see it from this angle. Might go out of our shot. The ball just kicking there. Wang Yuegu, she hasn't made many mistakes off those balls, but she did there. A rare error by Kim, just forcing it slightly, maybe feeling the pinch of the pressure Wang is imparting in this fourth game at 3-1. And Dawn, could we be seeing this fifth rubber in this first women's team semi-final going down to a fifth and decisive game?
This has got 10-all in the fifth written all over it.
Wang putting up a great show to bring this to the fifth game.
That was heavy backspin. She did well. She was stretching slightly. She did well to control the ball, let alone impart an enormous amount of backspin. And so Wang Yuegu 4-2 in the lead. Some Dortmund supporters there in the crowd with their yellow shirts on. Borussia Dortmund, that is, of course, top of the Premier League. Stadium is a few metres from this wonderful Westfalenhallen in Dortmund.
The other interesting thing, just as a side, Dawn, for me is, if you consider now that local time here, it's 1:45 in the afternoon. This game started at 10 o'clock this morning. So this match has been going on for virtually 4 hours. And of course, at this stage of the competition, we're down to one table in the main venue here, in the main hall. And so the other matches just follow on for a full schedule, an exciting schedule all day. But for those players, for the men's semi-final between Japan and Germany, a little bit of a challenge for them. They would have imagined being on court here at 1 o'clock, but already it's 1:45. And if this is going to go the distance, Japan and Germany aren't going to be on that table until perhaps even 2:15. So that's a challenge for them to deal with in professional sport. Delays. When did they eat? Are they getting hungry? Do they need to take more water on board? Have they warmed up? Did they redo their stretching? Is it an extra opportunity to get some physio? I'm sure all those things are happening outside the hall. Meantime, Wang extending her lead.
A little bit of good fortune there. The backhand block caught the edge of the table. Of course, this is something professional sportsmen, not just table tennis players, have to deal with. You watch the Wimbledon tennis or any tennis tournament, you're not sure how long is it going to be 3 straight, is it going to be 3-2? 5 hours, 2 hours. And as you say, then all sorts of changes to schedules. I guess the key to it is being flexible, not letting anything throw you. But certainly the Japanese coach, the German coach will be having to deal with this. And as you say, I'm guessing 1/4 to 2:30 by the time you've gone through the formalities of the introduction, all the pre-match functions that have to take place. And of course this now looks as though it's going to go to a 5th and final game, and certainly Wang's having all the good fortune here. See here, the block or the counter topspin just catches the edge of the table, and that looks like a genuine apology. She's had a couple, and you can see by the look on her face that she's, well, not embarrassed, but she knows she's been quite fortunate in this fourth game. But she will know, and Kim will know, that by and large, luck levels itself out. It's how you deal with the luck of your opponent that is the crucial thing. Basically, you do not let it affect you at all. You focus on the next point.
And if this is going to go to the fifth and decisive game, Don, I guess Kim would probably prefer Wang Yuegu to use up all her luck so that the net and the edge don't impact too much in the fifth game. But what about this for excitement? Are we about to go right down to the wire?
Great smash. Again, the Korean coach, Kang Hee-chan, looking very relaxed, very calm. And that now gives 4 game points to Wang Yuegu. And she has her 2 serves to come. We are looking at 2 games each, unless we have a remarkable comeback in this 4th game.
Just brilliant table tennis.
Top spin off the end of the table, and it is the 4th game for Wang Yuegu. 11 points to 6, and we now await the start of the 5th and final game of this match, and indeed of the whole match. Both players back to their corners for the last time, unless of course we have a timeout.
Yep.
But certainly the last time in between games, and it's difficult to predict. We said this was going to be close at the beginning. We debated who we felt was going to win. I actually put my money on Kyung-Ah, but I thought it was going to be close, and that's exactly what it is. I still am happy with my position, Kyung-Ah to win, but it has to be 50-50. Who's going to be mentally tough? You've spoken about all the things that a table tennis requires, the shots that they need, but mental toughness now is going to be the decisive factor.
But isn't it a fantastic setting? Yes, this is nervy. Yes, this is on a knife edge. Yes, this is a decisive game. But that is exactly what these players are in their sport for. It's the big occasion. It's the World Team Championships. There's a full arena. There's noise. There's anticipation. There's energy. This is what it's all about, Don. Oh, there's the jelly roll again.
I think this one just caught the edge of the table. We may get another look on the replay. We may not, but whatever. It is 1-0 for the Republic of Korea. Wang Yuegu had the good fortune in the 4th game.
And let's just have a look there at...
Again, Johnny, sorry to interrupt, but again, that just caught the edge of the table.
Yeah.
So maybe, as you said, good fortune will favour Kim Kyung-Ah in the deciding game, and she's won the first 2 points with edge balls.
And just watching Kim's footwork, it is superb. She is running a marathon out there today across the court. Look, side to side, in and out, forehand and backhand. Look, wonderful. What an athlete.
Watch how she throws this one up with topspin. That's the winner.
And her bench delighted. We got a timeout because Kim Kyung-Ah here in the 5th and deciding game has got off to a great start.
little bit of good fortune, first couple of points, then a wonderful point at 2-0 to go 3-0 in the lead, varying her defence. Heavy backspin, no spin, threw one up in the air with topspin. As you say, footwork is outstanding, but both players here putting on a superb display. We must now be into the fourth hour of play here.
Almost. Only 5 minutes away. We will be soon. But yes, both players wonderful. Wang Yuegu up close to the table, trying to dominate. And Kim retrieving everything, throwing in the odd topspin as well. Great spectacle.
Ooh, good timeout for Wang Yuegu. It's always good to come back psychologically, win the first point after your team have called the timeout. So she's broken the 3-point run. She's got her first point on the board. And it's now Kyung-Ah with her 2 serves to come.
Just watch the push technique there of Wang Yuegu. A little bit different. Good landing there on the forehand. Yes, that little shot from Wang Yuegu, maybe doing a couple of things. One, a little bit deceptive for Kim, not knowing where she's going to go. And two, a little bit tricky with the spin, maybe lifting the racket up through the ball a little bit, so it might not be pure backspin. Might be a little bit of topspin in it too. It's like the ball's on a string, Dawn. Watch Kim's footwork, close back into the table. She was away by about 6 feet, 8 feet, maybe even 10 feet. This is superb.
Oh, it hit the top of the net. Wonderful rally. Kyung-Ah, I think, playing superbly, obviously. But what she did there, if the attacking player wants to push with you, don't panic. Just push back. Defenders very rarely make mistakes on the pushing to push. No need to rush and look for an unnecessary attacking shot. And that rally was eventually decided by a little bit of good fortune. The good fortune going to Wang Yuegu.
Okay, Dawn, 2-all, 2-all, 3-all. All square in every regard.
Top edge of the bat. Flies off the end of the table. And having won the first 3 points, Wang now has put together a run of 4 points, and that's the very reason why we're now having a 1-minute timeout called by the Republic of Korea. Each player only has 1 timeout. So Kyung-Ah started with a run of 3 points. And then we have the Korean players passing on words of advice to their player, of course. It's all on this 5th and final game. Who will go through to tomorrow's final? I said earlier, Johnny, this has got 10-all written all over it. This is going down to the wire. It's been a marathon. We're now in the last 100 yards. And both players side by side. And look at the crowd in the background. Every seat taken almost. 11,000 spectators. What a feast of table tennis. And as soon as this final finishes, Germany versus Japan, the first men's semi. Absolutely wonderful stuff. Couldn't wish for better matches, a better setting, and indeed for the players better conditions to play in. Last serve in this sequence of 2 for Wang. She leads 4-3, and we go straight into a pushing rally. Wang opens up.
Could it just be slipping away for Kyung-Ah now? 5 points in a row for Wang Yuegu. Controlled, dominating. Look how close she is to the table. She's giving nothing away. Staying close, keeping the pressure on. She's in control now.
Players change ends. And the first one makes 5 points, and at 3-love, Kyung-Ah was probably hoping to be changing ends 5-2 up. Never did she think she'd be changing ends at 5-3 down.
A good topspin from Wang. She's taking the initiative now.
I can't understand Kim, really. There was no need to perhaps take on the topspin. She just got out of the rhythm of topspinning somehow. And you're absolutely right, Johnny. This whole match has twisted and turned, and this final game in the final match is twisting and turning.
Great serve and third ball from Kyung-Ah. She's not going to give this up lightly, that's for sure. The opportunity for both of these semi-finalist nations is, of course, a final tomorrow. The other semi-final will be contested between China and Hong Kong, China. Almost on as well.
Feng Jianwei's jumping up and down on the bench. Look at her. 2-1 in matches for the Republic of Korea. Feng Jianwei beating Seok. And now Wang 7-4 up. Kim won the first 3 points of this final game, but has only won 1 of the last 8 points. Will we see another twist in this fantastic semi-final?
She's giving it everything, Wang.
The retrieving is phenomenal. And it's a nod of the head, a nod of the appreciation that was wonderful play, albeit by my opponent, but 7-5. Wow, what a final game. And that's the lady who's making this a wonderful spectacle. Half the 11,000 people came here to watch Germany play Japan. What a bonus they've had to watch this encounter. Super play by both players. How on earth Kim got some of those shots back? And then I thought Kim had won the point, but Wang held her ground.
She sure did.
Eight, 5. Kim with her second serve needs this point, I feel. Oh, she smashed off the end of the table.
And her forehand top spins and smashes have just let her down a little bit now, Dawn, in this last game. And Wang is closing in unbelievably. Once again, a great player in these tense and challenging situations.
That serve called. What a time for Kim to take 2 points against the serve. Wang just pinning it into the forehand of Kim, but Kim's consistency was absolutely superb.
I think Wang just chose the wrong ball there. Maybe she should have top spinned another one. went for the early kill.
That's the first point against the serve. Kim, of course, will have her 2 serves to come if she can win this point. Nail the 2 points with her service. We could still be looking at a very, very tight finish. Yes, heavy backspin, cutting underneath the ball. And now Kyung-Ah, having won 2 points against the serve, has her 2 serves to come. Drama of the highest order.
Unbelievable.
Oh, a pushing error from Wang. 9-8, 3 consecutive points for Kyung-Ah. If you've ever seen an apprehensive looking bench, there it was. They don't know what's going to happen. We predicted 10-all. We're not going to be far out.
Fantastico. Wonderful table tennis. These 2 players showing serious levels of athleticism, desire, focus, passion, commitment.
Kyung-Ah there just struggling a little bit, catching her breath.
So, meine Damen und Herren, es gibt jetzt wieder das Zeitspiel. Das Zeitlimit in diesem Satz ist erreicht. Das ist die Regel.
So once again, I think, has expedite been reached?
Yes, it has. We
Here
can
comes
see
the competition manager, Karl Jindrak.
So, we saw it briefly earlier in the match. It is now alternate serving. The player who serves has the service and 12 shots to win the point.
The other umpire coming in there, Don.
He will hear him count. Every time the receiver returns the ball, he will count upwards.
Has to be won by the server by the 13th strike, is that right? But with counting on the receiver, it's 12, yeah?
She's going to have to attack any second now. Keep. Oh, she smashed it on the edge of the table. Unbelievable. 9 points each, expedite. 11,000 spectators. Kyung-Ah is playing absolutely awesome table tennis, and in fairness, so is Wang Yuegu.
Incredible stuff here. Incredible.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
It's so easy to start panicking when the scorer gets 9, 10, 11.
I mean, the psychological strength of those players not to be put off by that very fact on, you know, it's testament to them. Great focus. This is unbelievable.
So Kyung-Ah.
The crowd loving it. Listen to the noise.
It is overall match point, a place in the final on this point.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh! She's won it. She blocked 4 or 5 great topspins back. And it's Wang Yuegu who wins by 11 points to 9. That was as good a game of table tennis as you will ever see.
And with a
Drama
smile
at the end.
with a smile shake. Sorry, Don, for interrupting. With a smile shakes the umpire's hand who introduced the counting for the expedite. Oh,
She's absolutely exhausted.
gutted. So Singapore, Don, having been 1-0 down, 2-1 down, turn things around and win 3-2, just like they did winning 3-2 last night against Germany.
They've got to the final. They're defending their title admirably. They're doing it by the skin of their teeth, but they've done it. They're in the final. Well done to Singapore. Great performance by the Republic of Korea. Great win yesterday against Japan. They lose here by the absolute narrowest of margins. A few tears down there, no doubt. Tears of joy, Singapore. Tears of disappointment, the Republic of Korea. What a game. It was a privilege to be here to see that game. I hope you enjoyed that at home. And we'll be back very soon with the first men's semi-final between Germany and Japan. What a match to look forward to. See you then.